You are listening to Season 2 of The Diary of a Wannabe Writer, the short and often daily podcast in which I chronicle my life and attempt to be a writer by writing daily. Sometimes. Hello, today is Saturday the 30th of August. Is it Saturday? No, oh, it is Saturday, yeah. Saturday, 30th of August, 2025, and you are listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer. And weirdly, I've felt really tired and dozy all day today. I've not done an awful lot. Probably due to overexhausting myself a couple of days ago, and I was quite busy yesterday. So I haven't done any writing, which probably means I'm not quite going to hit my deadline for this month. But who knows, I might pull a rabbit out of the hat tomorrow. I won't. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Doctor Who briefly. I'll keep this one to 6 minutes, I promise. There's some interesting developments, sort of. So the BBC have made a statement basically saying that whether Disney are involved or not, Doctor Who will continue. I think there is going to be quite a long gap here. But then the other thing that's come out is that originally they said that Disney were not going to announce whether they made a renewal decision or not until after the final episodes had transmitted. And we all assumed they meant the final episodes of Doctor Who. That's certainly what Russell T Davies implied. But it turns out they probably mean once everything in the deal has been transmitted. And there's still the 5-part drama, The War Between the Land and the Sea, to be transmitted, which we think is going to go out next year. It's a 5-part drama centred around UNIT. You'll recognise at least 3 UNIT characters, maybe more. In fact, there might be one who appeared in Torchwood Children of Earth, I think. Well, there's somebody who's been in it before as a UNIT character anyway. So it could be interesting. It really could be interesting. But apparently and it does look quite good. I've seen the trailer for it. It's got Russell Tovey, but playing a different character he's not playing Midshipman Frame like he did in the original David Tennant era. Yeah, but the BBC have basically at an event said no, Doctor Who will come back, which makes sense because even though people have been very critical of it recently and the ratings haven't been phenomenal, they've not been bad. Ratings generally are dropping because people have all the streaming choices now. So they've said it isn't stopping, it will come back. What's interesting, of course, is will it come back with the current production team, or will it come back with different people? Will they do a deal with a different streaming service? But then there's another rumour that's come to light, which is really interesting, and it's probably not true, but the rumour is that Ncuti Gatwa hasn't left. Now, I don't know if this is true. It's apparently based on something he said on the One Show when he was on it promoting something he was doing recently. But he made some comment about not having faced the Daleks yet. And you would have thought he would be talking in the past tense, I never did face the Daleks and so on. So everybody's jumped on that. But thinking about it, that would be a really good twist if they made everybody think he's left when he hasn't. And then the reason they've put I've forgotten her name, Rose, the actress who played Rose, Billie Piper, in there, is because they might want to make something in the meantime when he's not available doing other stuff. I've always felt that Rose is not going to be Billie Piper is not going to be a proper Doctor Who. They're going to be a guest doctor like David Tennant was for the anniversary specials, and in a way I doubt she's even going to be an official incarnation. I think we're going to see she's probably going to do 3 episodes or in a handful of episodes, and I suspect they will tie up, if they're going to do that, it would make sense to tie up the 14th Doctor bi-generation storyline, because at some point he has to reintegrate with the Doctor for everything to make sense. He can't just go off and lead his own life and then die, because then how does that knowledge get passed on to the future Doctor? So at some point they're going to have to do what I would call a bi-integration regeneration, where 2 bodies merge to form the next Doctor. It'd be interesting to see if they do something like that. So that's sort of my thoughts and theories. I'd quite like if it were true, because I don't like Doctors. No, it's not that I don't like the Doctor. I don't like it when a Doctor isn't there long enough to show you what they're made of. I thought the same was true for Christopher Eccleston, and I think the same is true for Ncuti Gatwa. And it would be very interesting because, of course, the story isn't finished. So it is going to be a bit of a mess. I think I've said this before. If they do end up changing the production team, they still need to wrap up this Pantheon of Gods storyline that we seem to be only halfway through, because Russell T Davies basically hinted that it was a 4-year arc, 4-year story plan that he'd put together, of which we're halfway through. So if they just abandon it because the production team changes, it basically make the last 2 years pretty much pointless. Anyway, tomorrow I haven't got any real plans for tomorrow. It's the last day of the month. Maybe I'll do some writing, maybe I won't. We shall see how it goes. And then I'm into September, where I will set myself a fresh target to not meet. Anyway, thank you for listening. Take care, and I will see you all at the same time, or roughly the same time tomorrow. Bye-bye.
You have been listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer. For more information about what I'm writing, go to linktr.ee/Richard Writes, capital R, capital W, where you can find details of my website and social media. I may see you there.